Welcome to Capital Structure Theories Part 2, Modigliani and Miller Approach and Traditional Approach. Basically, Modigliani and Miller approach is having two parts, irrelevancy model and relevancy model. So in irrelevancy model, today we will see the environment where there is no tax, no transaction cost, all investors are rational, they make profits by selling the overvalued securities and buying the undervalued securities. So we will go through the irrelevancy model where the assumptions are totally opposite in case of relevancy model as compared to relevancy model. So we will be discussing today two models, relevancy model and traditional model. Capital structure is a permanent capital which is used by the firm, and it is shown in the left side of the balance sheet. On the upper side, left side is shown, they show that equity capital, debt capital, and that is the permanent capital. What is the goal of capital structure? Whether it matters in relevancy model and irrelevancy model? First of all, the goal of capital structure is to make a optimal debt equity mix. Optimal debt equity mix means what should be the proportion of debt in the total capital and what should be the proportion of equity. How to calculate the debt equity proportion? From the balance sheet, you can pick up the equity capital amount. If it is 7 crores and debt capital is 3 crores, total capital is 10 crores. So 7 upon 10, that is 70% is equity and 30% is debt. So in this way, you can calculate the debt equity ratio. So what is the goal of capital structure? For today's lecture, we will try to increase the company's value. How to increase the company's value? Value of the firm, good reputation in the market. What is value of firm? Value of firm means market value of a particular company, market price of a particular company. When it increases, when the company is having a good earnings, then they will get a good market price because the demand of that particular company will increase because of the good earnings. So change in the debt capital will also affect the cost of equity. Now, when a company introduce a debenture, they first time issuing a debenture capital. Earlier, the company was only equity company. Earlier, they were not having any loan. Now they are thinking of taking a loan, or they are thinking of issuing debenture. Then shareholders will get worried about their returns, and they will demand more returns because they are thinking that half of the profits, if company is giving in the form of interest to debenture holders, then what will shareholders get? So in this way they are demanding more returns. So cost of capital is a hurdle rate which company has to overcome. Always the returns of the company should be more than the cost of capital. This you have to remember. WACC, weighted average cost of capital. It measures a company's cost to borrow money. WACC is used by the internal company management to analyze whether it will be profitable for the company to finance new projects. It is also used by investors. It is a very good tool to analyze the company. You can compare simple, it is very simple. Suppose I want to invest in a company A, and that company A is producing the return of 10%, and I have a tool of WACC. How to calculate the WACC? I will calculate with this formula. I will explain formula later, and I got 8% WACC, that is weighted average cost of capital. So by subtracting return of 10% from the WACC of 8%, I will get net returns. That means 2%. 10 minus 8, 10 is the returns, 8 is cost. By subtracting the returns from WACC, you will get 2% returns, which is creating a value. Company is creating the value by earning 2% on the rupees spent by them. Okay, so now we will go through the formula. WACC is equals to E by V into KE plus D by V into KD into 1 minus tax rate. KE stands for cost of equity, KD stands for cost of debt, E over V is percentage of financing, that is equity, D over V is percentage of financing, that is debt, and T is tax rate. This is a very good tool. You can find out this WACC, and it is also used by the companies to discount the future cash flows from the potential projects. Now we come to the Modigliani and Miller approach. In this, first part is irrelevancy and second part is relevancy. In irrelevancy, the capital structure does not affect the overall cost of capital. That means whether you include debt or you don't include the debt capital in the capital structure, or you have only equity capital in the capital structure, it doesn't matter. It will not affect the value of the firm. Also, it will not affect, because even if you include the debt, the assumption is no tax rate, no transaction cost. So what will happen, even if you have debt capital in the capital structure, you are not getting a tax advantage because you are not paying any tax. So there is no tax. Interest is a tax deductible expense, you are not getting that benefit. And next part is all investors are rational. He's saying investors are rational, that means they prefer more profits compared to less profits. They want to take less risk compared to more risk, and they are very what they are very rational in terms of selling the overvalued securities and buying the undervalued securities. I will show you in the next slide that how they are selling the security, the arbitrage process which happens in the irrelevancy model. That's why the value of levered firm is equals to unlevered firm. यहाँ पे मैंने दो चीज़ें बोली है. Levered का मतलब होता है a company which has a debt capital and equity capital both, and unlevered firm has no debt capital. Okay, so here the value of levered firm is equals to unlevered firm, because investors take a loan and they sell a particular overvalued security, and additional amount they take a loan from the bank and they buy a undervalued security. In this way, the balance of the company's market price and the company market price become same. So this is the tool through which we can say that model is irrelevant model, because the firm value is always equal in any capital structure ratio. Next part is relevancy model. In relevancy model, the value of firm will increase or decrease depending upon the use of debt. This relevancy model says capital structure matters. Yes, it matters, because the shareholders will be worried about their returns when the debt capital will enter. So they will be worried about the EPS. They are more concerned about the EPS, because out of EPS only they get the dividend. So in this way, the cost of equity will increase when the debt proportion, जब भी debt बढ़ता है तभी उसका इफेक्ट क्या आता है, डिमांड बढ़ जाती है, cost of equity increase, because shareholders are demanding more dividend. And whenever EPS increase, it will increase the value of the firm. Now we will go through the two formulas. Unlevered firm, EBIT into 1 minus T upon KE. Unlevered firm means a company which has not taken any loan, they have only equity in the capital structure. EBIT into 1 minus T upon KE. This you have to remember. Second, VL is equals to VUL. Value of levered firm is equals to value of unlevered firm plus T into D. T is tax rate and D is the debt amount. So always levered firm will have more value compared to unlevered firm. Now we will go through the example. Krishna and Sudama are identical firms. Krishna does not use any debt. Krishna does not use any debt means it is a unlevered firm. Sudama has 9% debentures of 8 lakh. That means it is a levered firm. Sudama is a levered firm and Krishna is unlevered firm. EBIT 2,60,000 per annum. Equity capitalization rate 10%. Tax rate 30%. Calculate the value of firm based on hypothesis. So this EBIT is same in both the firms. Less interest, you will get EBT. Less tax, EAT. Value of unlevered firm is equals to EBIT into 1 minus T upon KE. So this interest you have to calculate on 8 lakh. 8 lakh multiplied by 9%, you will get 72,000. You will get EBT. Deduct from that टैक्स माइनस करना है, फिर EAT आ जाएगा 1,82,000 and 1,31,600. Value of unlevered firm is EBIT into 1 minus T upon KE. 2,60,000 into 1 minus 0.30 bracket close upon 0.10, that is 18,20,000. Value of levered firm. वैल्यू ऑफ अनलीवर्ड जो यहाँ पे ऊपर निकाला था 18,20,000, ये सेम लेना है यहाँ पर, प्लस डेट अमाउंट 8 लाख मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 0.30 इज इक्वल्स टू 20,60,000. नेक्स्ट, वैल्यू ऑफ इक्विटी. इसकी फॉर्मूला है वैल्यू ऑफ फर्म माइनस वैल्यू ऑफ डेट. 20,60,000 in the past we have calculated 20,60,000. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज 20,60,000 में से डेट का वैल्यू हमेशा दिया होता है, माइनस करना है. 8 लाख 12,60,000 आ गया वैल्यू ऑफ इक्विटी. कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी इज ऑलवेज इक्वल्स टू कॉस्ट ऑफ ओवरऑल कॉस्ट. क्योंकि कृष्णा लिमिटेड के अंदर डेट कैपिटल है ही नहीं, तो के ई इज इक्वल्स टू के ओ होगा. तो के ई तो दिया है, तो के ओ भी सेम ही होगा 10%. के ई ऑफ सुदामा लिमिटेड is net income upon value of equity into 100. 1,31,600 upon 12,60,000 into 100. KD of Sudama Limited post tax interest into 1 minus T, 9%, 9 into 1 minus 0.30 is equals to 6.30. We will calculate the WACC, weighted average cost of capital, equity, debt, source, amount, proportion, cost after tax and weighted cost. These 5 columns you have to remember. Equity is 12,60,000, debt 8 lakhs, total 20,60,000. Proportion कैसे करना है कैलकुलेट. 12,60,000 इक्विटी अमाउंट को डिवाइड बाय टोटल अमाउंट करेंगे तो आ जाएगा 0.6116. 8 lakh divided by 20,60,000, you will get 0.3883. In this way proportion is to be calculated. Cost after tax we have calculated in the previous slide, 10.44 and 6.33, 6.30, sorry. Weighted cost, proportion and last two columns, proportion and the cost after tax you have to multiply, then you will get the weighted cost. 0.6116 multiplied by 10.44 is equals to 6.39%. 0.3883 multiplied by 2.44 is equals to 8.83. So this is the WACC 8.83. This is of Sudama, and already we have KE is equals to KO for Krishna, so that is 10%. So hypothesis, they were saying that levered firm will have more value than unlevered firm. So that was, see, the value of levered firm was 20,60,000, which is more than the unlevered firm 18,20,000. So this we have proved. Next, overall cost of levered firm is less than the unlevered firm. लीवर्ड फर्म में हमने डेट कैपिटल जैसे ही इंट्रोड्यूस किया था, उसकी वजह से हमें इंटरेस्ट पे टैक्स डिडक्शन मिला. द इंटरेस्ट इज द टैक्स डिडक्टेबल एक्सपेंस. एंड नेक्स्ट वी गॉट द ओवरऑल कॉस्ट. ओवरऑल कॉस्ट जो सुदामा का है, जो लीवर्ड फर्म है जिसने लोन लिया था, उसका कम है कंपेयर टू अनलीवर्ड फर्म से. सो दिस ऑल्सो वी हैव प्रूव्ड these two assumptions were given, that levered firm will have a better value than unlevered firm, and the overall cost of levered firm will be less than the unlevered firm. Now we come to traditional theory. In this theory, the value of firm can be increased by getting an optimal debt equity mix. Now what is optimal debt equity mix? Where the cost is minimum, where the cost of capital is minimum, that is optimal capital structure. This formula we have already seen in the second or third slide. KO is equals to KE. KO is overall cost, W is easy, KE is the cost of equity into weight of equity. Weight of equity means equity capital upon value of firm. KD is the cost of debt, WD is the weight of debt to total capitalization. Effect of capital structure on stock prices and cost of capital. The optimal capital structure maximizes the price of a firm because they are utilizing the funds in a very proper way, so they will be earning very good, and in this way EPS will increase. So the EPS is major factor. Example, these weight of debt and weight of equity is proportion. This is given in the question, cost of debt and cost of equity. So here the solution is WACC. You are supposed to calculate WACC. इन द ब्लू में जो है वही आपको कैलकुलेट करना है. 10 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट, वेट ऑफ डेट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट, वेट ऑफ इक्विटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी. फिर दोनों को प्लस करना है. जो आंसर आएगा वेट ऑफ डेट और कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट का, और वेट ऑफ इक्विटी और कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी को मल्टीप्लाई करके जो आंसर आएगा उसके बाद WACC निकलेगा. ऐसे आपको 5 केसेस के अंदर सब में सॉल्व करना है, और सॉल्व करने के बाद आपको दिखेगा कि इनिशियली प्राइस WACC की कम हो रही है, फिर वापस से बढ़ रही है. 16.3 से 15.9 गया, फिर वापस 16.7 तक पहुंच गया. सो इट इज़ अ यू कर्व फॉर ओवरऑल कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. सबसे कम किस में है? केस 3 में 15.5 है कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. वेटेड एवरेज कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल सबसे कम जिसमें आएगी 15.5 है, केस 3 में कम आ रही है, तो वो आपका ऑप्टिमल डेट इक्विटी हो जाता है. दैट मीन्स द कंपनी शुड गो फॉर रेशियो ऑफ 50-50 वेयर you have debt 50%, equity 50%, you are getting the lower cost in case 3. So optimal debt equity mix is 15.50 WACC with a debt equity ratio of 50% and 50%.